I have a question. Did anybody celebrate a birthday in the last month? Raise your hand. Awesome. Happy birthday. Did anybody celebrate their birthday in the last week? Anybody in the last week? Did anybody celebrate a birthday today? No. Yesterday. All right. Well, happy birthday. So, all right, guys, let's do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sturgis. Happy birthday to you. I have something. Don't worry, I have something for you afterwards. But okay, so if we filmed that little scene that we just did, which took probably about 20 seconds or something, and we used it in our documentary, we would have to pay Warner Chappell approximately $1,500 to use that little moment that we just had. So that's about $75 a second. So anyway, Warner Chappell owns the copyright to the Happy Birthday to You song, if you didn't know that. So if you want to use it, you have to pay for it. So anyway, I didn't think I'd ever end up in this situation, but I am currently in what the New York Times calls the lawsuit of the ages. So basically, I'm challenging Warner Chappell and their copyright claim to the Happy Birthday song. And I brought up the issue, and the world basically responded. We've had over 200 articles in various languages all over the world responding to this lawsuit. If you Google Happy Birthday lawsuit, you can see. But it went viral. And I had no idea that this was gonna happen like this. But the consensus is that this is a lawsuit with merit, and that the Happy Birthday song should belong to the public and not belong to a corporation that you have to pay to be able to use the song. So anyway, it's my entrance into the film world is sort of an unconventional route. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself and how I got to where I am. Now, basically, when I graduated from college, I discovered mountain biking, and I became a professional downhill mountain bike racer and raced on the national tour. And my mom thought I was totally insane. But apparently ESPN didn't. And we were invited, me and a bunch of my friends, we were invited to Mount Snow, Vermont to race in the first annual X Games. And it was amazing. It was so fun. We got paid to be there. We had hotel, we had lodging. We just had a blast. And the only people in attendance was like an Amish family and a bear that ran across the course. But literally, but we didn't care. We had struck it like really big time. And the reason why I share that experience in connection to this film is because I realized in sort of my young adulthood that when you do something you're passionate about and you believe in, regardless of people think you're crazy or not, it generally tends to work out. So that's kind of been a theme in my life, which, anyway. So how did I get into film? I ended up, after the X Games, I was hired to be in an IMAX film called Everest. It was an Everest IMAX. And I did the stunts in the beginning of that movie. I did the mountain bike stunts in the very beginning of that movie. And so we were in Moab, Utah, flying around with helicopters and working with these amazing, cool people. And I just thought, okay, when I'm done with racing, I'm doing this film thing because it's so fun. But then I had to bridge like being a professional athlete to filmmaking. So I thought I should go back to school. And I moved to New York and got my master's in journalism. Here we are. That's me. Back in the day. That's the X Games, IMAX. So anyway, I graduated from school and I started my career as a freelance filmmaker, basically traveling the world, directing, producing TV shows for various people all over. And it's been, extremely fun, totally rewarding. But I've basically been a work for hire, and it was really important for me to create something from conception to execution. And so I was kicking around some ideas about what do I do my first film on, and I thought it'd be fun to do music. And so I thought it'd be kind of a weird, quirky idea to do a movie about the Happy Birthday song, because it's the world's most famous song and nobody knows anything about it. I mean, I guarantee none of you can tell me who wrote the song or anything about it. So I thought it would be a fun idea. And so in order to do a film about the Happy Birthday song, I had to purchase a license fee to be able to use the song in the movie. So I did. I paid that $1,500 I spoke about to get 20 seconds of the song in my movie, which was a lot for me out of pocket to do my own film. But in my business, to pay for the Happy Birthday song is a little bit of a joke.
Welcome back, everybody. Nation, like everybody, I just love, there's one day that I love birthdays, especially my own. I can remember them all, from last year when my wife treated me to breakfast in bed, all the way back to that very special day in the hospital when I arrived kicking, screaming, and covered with goo. Oh, to be 30 again. Well, this week we celebrate a very special birthday because the song Happy Birthday turns 90 years old. And I am going to wish Happy Birthday a festive annual age increase the way you would any 90-year-old by singing a song that reminds them what their name is. Happy. Okay. This one here, right there, okay. Sorry about that, folks. It turns out you cannot sing Happy Birthday to Happy Birthday, even on Happy Birthday's Happy Birthday. Because Warner Music contentiously owns the copyright to the song and has been earning millions from people celebrating their birthdays for a quarter of a century. And Warner is so protective of the song that even to sing Happy Birthday in a restaurant, at a concert, or public place, you must pay royalties. Don't believe these people are serious about protecting their intellectual property? Marilyn Monroe sang it to President Kennedy, and 1 year later, they were both dead. Folks, I know. Folks, this is a shameless cash grab. And if Warner Music insists that Happy Birthday belongs to them, then I tonight offer America a birthday song that belongs to us. Just as our founders intended, this song, like America, is royalty-free. So please rise for the singing of our new national birthday anthem. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Now we all get to sing Happy Birthday for free. And the candles red glare. Don't set fire to your hair. You're getting so old, and you're shaped like a pear. Happy birthday, insert name here. If you don't know it, just mumble softly. Warner Music can soon be, and the home of the brave. Make a wish! We'll be right back.
So, yeah, there's a dark side to this happy tune. And when I was doing my research about the film, I realized, that the copyright claim, Warner Chappell's copyright claim to the song is a little bit sketchy. So just to give you a brief little history about the song, it was originally written by the Hill Sisters in 1893, and they were kindergarten teachers in Kentucky. and they wrote a children's kindergarten song called Good Morning to All, which we'll play for you. You'll recognize the melody. So the lyrics to the Happy Birthday song, according to history, was sort of a public adaptation to the melody. So nobody actually ever claimed to actually write the Happy Birthday lyrics. It just sort of was perhaps folklore, and nobody really knows. It's really sketchy. And after a long, convoluted history, Warner Chappell eventually bought Birch Tree Publishing for $25 million in 1988, and their public holdings included the Happy Birthday song. So that's how they ended up with the song. But I felt that there was legitimate reason to take action and not just let this be like an industry joke. So, here I am. My Happy Birthday movie about the song has evolved into a movie about saving the song. And, I don't really consider myself an activist because I'm not really. I'm a bit of a reluctant activist. I just saw something that was, inherently wrong, and we all joked about it and laughed about it and didn't do anything about it. But then I realized we could do something about it. And so I did, and here we are, and, we'll see what happens. We're currently litigating, we're currently making the movie. And I don't know the outcome, and it's been a really wild ride, but that's it. Here we are. Thank you.